Well, mate, pleasure to meet you. You're one of the volunteers, aren't you,
Yes,
mate?
I am, yeah. Yes.
How are you, having a good day?
But yeah, I'm having a good day, yeah. Getting out on the lake, so always a good day.
They say it's never sunny up north, don't they, mate? Look at it. Beaming sunshine in Rochdale. A little bit about you, mate. Obviously, there's a story with everybody that comes and volunteers, some more elaborate and detailed than others. But for you personally, your story and how you came to get involved with Tackling Minds.
So over the last few years, my alcohol and drug addiction was getting progressively worse. And I was in a lot of shame and guilt, and I didn't want to tell anybody what I was doing, because I didn't really like who I'd become. Okay. And I didn't know how to get out of it. And then in September, I wanted to take my own life because it had just got that bad. Everybody had found out, and I couldn't live with the shame of it. I went into rehab for a month and did 28 days in there, and just thought there must be a new way to live. And I couldn't see happiness without drink or drugs before. That was what I was always looking forward to, the weekend or to the next time I could basically use. And it just became a thing that I was doing every day for a long time. I went into rehab in September, and then in October somebody mentioned Tackling Minds, and in my youth I was a fisherman, and in the last few years one of my friends noticed I had a problem and got me back out on the lake, and I started carping with him and started getting back into that. And that's probably the only thing I was getting better at in my life, was fishing. Yeah. Everything else was getting worse. But what I was doing was I would go away for 2 days with him, and I just enjoy being away from my phone and nobody else to bother me, and it would give me peace of mind. When I was in rehab, all I could do was thinking about coming out and get catfishing again.
Yeah?
That's all I wanted to do. Yeah, I couldn't wait till I could get out and fish. So when I found out about Tackling Minds, and there was I was only living in Littleborough, so it's quite local. When I found out it was local, I thought I'll go down and give it a go. And I came down in October, I think it was, and every Tuesday, and I started to meet some of the other volunteers and just share some time with somebody else, you know what I mean, and get to know their story and share my story, because I kept using and kept doing things because I was ashamed of who I was, and I'm not ashamed anymore. I'm proud I'm in recovery. 221 days sober and clean, and
that's brilliant.
Fishing's a major part of that now. For getting out in the nature, I made myself a member of Limb Angling, and even if you don't catch, we're there for 2 days. There's always something to do when you're fishing, whether you're watching the water, you're moving pegs, changing bait, changing tactics, spotting out, whatever. There's always something extra that you can be doing to try and catch. And if you don't, you're out in nature, you'll see the swans and the geese and the birds, and hopefully you catch. But if you don't, it's not the end of the world. But Tackling Minds has been a big part of my recovery. Because every week I knew that I was going fishing and I had something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Because for so long I didn't look forward to anything. I was just dreading the day that everybody found out, and I didn't need to do that. Obviously, in the last 6 months, my mental health has just got a lot better. I've gone back to work full time.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Fish when I can. And obviously, if I do get my Tuesday off, then I come down and see these guys and just let them know that I'm still doing well, but also to try and catch myself some fish.
Mate, it's brilliant, and thank you for being so open about everything that's gone on, because obviously that, I'm guessing there'd be other people that have been in similar positions or maybe in those sort of positions now. For you, obviously this has been an integral part of that, and fishing as a whole. You talked about the benefits of being outside, you talked about the whole aspect of sort of even the social integration with your mates when you go for 2 days. Somebody who is potentially struggling or is feeling maybe that their mental health is suffering, what would you give them as an advice in terms of getting into fishing or trying to get outside? Because that's the hard part, isn't it? It's sort of getting your foot in the door to go to a session. How would you go about doing that, mate?
I think for anybody who's in the situation that I was in, the anxiety levels are quite high.
Yeah.
And making that first step of connecting with somebody and getting out there, when you come here, it's very easy because we've experienced fishermen, that can help you. And once you've been once and you've got to know somebody, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, being out in nature, it just kind of relaxes your mind. Even today I was watching the trees just blowing. You know what I mean? And I liked, when I was coming in the winter, I was watching, there was no leaves on there, and you're seeing the leaves come out and things like that. My advice would be just, try and connect to people, and this is a good place to connect.
Yeah.
Where you can actually speak to experienced fishermen and also have a laugh when you're here. It's very easy going. There's no pressure.
Yeah.
You can fish for half an hour. You can stop. You can have a walk round. you know, you can do what you want. It's very relaxed and it's very friendly atmosphere, and I'd really recommend it to anybody who is struggling mentally. You know, give you know, getting out in nature, walking, or give fishing a go, because you know it's really helped me.
And also nowadays the beauty is social media, every contact point is at the touch of a button really, so you can always reach out to Tackling Minds online or on social.
Yeah, that's it. You know,
go through those means,
you know, you've got your different social medias that you can get onto them, and it's very easy to access. You know, and they are supporting people, and you know they are making a difference in people's lives. You know, and that's the main thing. You know, when I came out of rehab in October, to know every week I was going to come down and see Dave and see a couple of friendly faces, it was nice. Yeah. It kind of gave me, again, want to come. You know, I've caught one or two little ones. I wanted to catch a bigger one. I wanted to catch more. You know, and I wanted to learn more, because you know my fishing is more carp based rather than match fishing and stuff. And you know they were obviously helping me learn how to do that, and now I'm passing that on to my daughters. You know, I've made myself a member of the local water near me. And you know, I've taken both my daughters out already this year. You know, we've done a little bit of fishing together, and you know, we've done things like that. And that's, you know, again, it's down to the help that they've given me, but obviously the help I'm doing